What's up guys, my name is Devin, also known as FBE, and welcome back to another episode of Footballrs. Today we're going to be taking a look at what's on the market right now in 2023 for big skill football players. A couple weeks ago, we talked about the type of gear you want as a big skill player, but now we're going to talk about the actual products. This video is meant for QBs, running backs, tight ends, linebackers, defensive ends, or anybody that considers themselves a big skill football player. Let's go. The first thing we're going to talk about is football helmets. There are tons of helmets out there and you don't necessarily need to buy one, but if you guys don't really like the one that your team or school gave you, it's always a nice option. You also might get one that's a little bit more protective than the one they gave you. The first one and the most popular one, especially among big skill guys in the NFL, is going to be the Riddell Speedflex. We've talked about it a bunch on this channel, so I won't waste too much time on it, but it's a great football helmet, 5-star rated, has a flex panel on the front, and does a great job kind of flexing to disperse impact. Now, the latest and greatest helmet from Riddell is going to be their brand new Riddell Axiom. This helmet features 4 hex panels instead of 1 that you saw on the Speedflex. It has no top bar on the face mask, and it also comes with a built-in visor. For these helmets, they are a little bit tougher to get than the ones you can just buy on Riddell's website, and that's because these pads are custom made to you. You need to talk to your Riddell rep if you guys want one of these helmets, and they need to scan your head so they can custom build these 3D pads for you. Now we have another brand new helmet on the market, and that's going to be the Schutt F7 2.0. The F7 has been my personal favorite in the game for a while now, and now this 2.0 seems absolutely incredible. I can't wait to get my hands on one. It's basically a combination of the original Schutt F7 and now with the Vicis reflex padding underneath the shell. Speaking on that Vicis technology, you could also just get yourself a Vicis 02. These rank as one of the safest helmets on the market in the Virginia Tech helmet rating scale and the NFLPA testing, and they are also incredibly comfortable. If you've never tried one on, I suggest you do. They are so soft on the inside. It's amazing. It's like a pillow. Next up, we have Xenith. Xenith has 2 main models, and it's going to be their Shadow and their Shadow XR. Xenith helmets are super underrated. I'm not really sure why. They do have kind of a unique look to them, but they're really comfortable, and they have a unique chin strap system where the chin strap actually wraps around the back of your head to help secure it. The next thing we're going to talk about is visors. Not everybody needs a visor, but they do look pretty cool, and they're a great addition to your helmet setup, and of course you get some added eye protection. The 2 main options are going to be SHOC Visors and Oakley. Both are excellent options, and they fit most helmets. We have some videos talking about what visors fit what helmets, but they are some of the best in the business. And if you grab one from SHOC, we do have a referral link in the description. You guys can save a couple bucks. There are plenty of other visors out there as well, from Nike, Sleeves, Under Armour, Xenith, Nextrend, and then there's some weird brands on Amazon as well. The next thing we're going to talk about is something you don't need to purchase because your helmet likely comes with one, but it's a chin strap. Chin straps are a great addition to your helmet setup. It can greatly improve the comfort of your overall experience, and they're also more protective. On this channel, we always recommend SportStar. We have them on all of our football helmets. They're super comfortable, and they do a great job absorbing that impact. The next thing we're going to talk about is something minor but mandatory, and that's going to be a mouth guard. There are tons of options out there. It seems everybody in today's world is making some sort of mouth guard. They come in a whole bunch of different designs and colorways. And yeah, pretty much every brand makes them. Nike, Under Armour, Shock Doctor, Battle Sports, Nextrend, VetX. There's so many out there, so just find one you like, pop it in, go to work. Also, check our best equipment for big skill guys if you guys want to know what style mouth guard you guys should choose. Next thing we're going to talk about is shoulder pads. And for your shoulder pads, you're going to want something that gives you plenty of mobility, but also some pretty solid protection. When looking at big skill shoulder pads, I've seen that all-purpose is kind of the words that they use for big skill players. All-purpose gives you kind of the best of both worlds. You get some good protection, but you also get some good mobility. It's a good middle ground option. Schutt has their Maxx collection, which comes in that all-purpose style shoulder pad, so you guys can grab those. Riddell has their CPK, CPX, and SPK models, and those are labeled as fullback/linebacker, so that's going to be the big skill option. Xenith has their Velocity line, which doesn't really specify what positions it's for, but it seems that you can use them for skill, big skill, and then they do have a lineman version as well. And if money is no object, I do highly recommend Xtech X2s. These are the most popular shoulder pads in the NFL, and they are amazing, but they're really expensive. On that same note, Douglas also makes some really expensive shoulder pads, but they have some really good big skill options as well. A lot of these high-end shoulder pad companies are pretty customizable, so you can kind of mess with what and make it fit what you need as a big skill player. Now, our personal favorite on the channel is going to be the 2-in-1 shoulder pads. These things are incredible. They're super lightweight, super comfortable, super low profile. I can't recommend these enough. They're easily the lightest on the market, and they have a couple different versions you can choose depending on how much you want to spend. The next thing we're going to talk about is accessories, and right now, pretty much every company out there is making some sort of accessory. As big skill guys, you guys might want something like a back plate, padded arm sleeves, wrist braces, stuff like that. But there's so much more out there. You guys know there's regular arm sleeves, there's turf tape, there's sweat bands, bicep bands, whatever you guys want to call them. There's just a lot of stuff out there, and pretty much every brand is making them. So instead of breaking down each product from every brand, I'd just Google it. Google, hey, I want this, buy something you like, put it on, rock it. The next thing we're going to talk about is my favorite, and that's going to be gloves. For big skill guys, there are a lot of padded receiver gloves out there, and that's the type of glove you guys want as a big skill. Let's take a look. From Nike, the best and only big skill option from them is going to be the Nike Shoulderpads 6.0. These are a super sticky glove. They have Magnet Grip Plus palms, and then they also have a nice padded back of hand. Now from Adidas, they have dropped a new glove, and that's going to be the Adidas Freak 6.0. We haven't gotten our hands on them yet, but they look pretty good in the pictures. If any of you guys have tested them, let us know in the comments below. Now from Under Armour, the only padded receiver glove they've had is the Under Armour Highlight, and they haven't updated it for a while. From Cutters, they have their Gamer 4.0, which is a great padded receiver glove, and they're going to drop their 5.0 soon, so stay tuned for that. Grip Boost also has a padded receiver glove. They call it their Raptor glove, and they're pretty good. We've talked about them on the channel a little bit. Then there are some other brands on the market, but I don't think they make padded receiver gloves just yet, but I think they're in the works, and that's going to be Next Trend, Battle, and then Phenom Elite. I think all three of these guys are either working on a padded receiver glove or they just came out with one that's pretty new. You guys know we're hoping to get our hands on as many of these products as we can so we guys can provide you with those full unboxings and reviews. The next thing we're going to talk about is cleats, and unfortunately this year for cleats for big skill guys, it's been pretty weak. From Nike, we still have their Nike Alpha line. That's their newest stuff for big skills. There's the Nike Alpha Menace Pro 3 and then the Nike Alpha Menace Elite 3. For this model, they did update their traction plate and it performs really well. It's really a good balance of power and agility, so it's perfect for big skill guys. From Adidas, you guys can choose from the Freak line. That's going to be the Adidas Freak 23 and the Adidas Freak Ultra 23. These cleats have the Freak traction plate, which consists of some long circular studs and then also has some nice teeth on the side, which help with that lateral movement. Lastly, we have Under Armour, and their big skill cleat is going to be the Under Armour Highlight. Now in the past, I've absolutely loved the Under Armour Highlight. I feel like it's a great lightweight high top option, but I didn't really love this model. It's still a pretty good pair, but I just think there's some better options out there for you guys. There you guys have it. There is the list of 2023 products for big skill players. Hopefully you guys did enjoy this video. If you did, like this video, comment what you guys want to see from us in the future, subscribe for more videos just like this one. My name is Devin, also known as FBE. Thank you guys so much for tuning into another episode of Footballrs.